My name's Kate and I live in Yorkshire in the UK. I recently completed the Healing Guts and Shaking Butts programme. Now, I started feeling unwell in around 2011 when I had a really bad case of food poisoning, and before then I'd been perfectly healthy, and then I had this case of food poisoning and I just never recovered from it. I was left with lasting damage and I had really bad acid reflux and indigestion, which I was prescribed medication by my doctor, which helped a little bit. But then, when I came off the medication, my symptoms came back. I was constantly toing and froing. And then over the years, I started developing other symptoms on top of that. I had pain in my gut. I was suffering with bloating. I had sort of gas and gurgling in my throat after eating. I had this really intense nerve pain in my leg, and I was suffering with depression and anxiety. I was just exhausted all the time. I had brain fog, memory issues, and I was seeing a doctor for each individual symptom, which was being treated separately. I was on loads of different medications. I was just tired of it all. I knew that something else was up. So I did some Google searching and I ended up going back to my doctor and asking to be tested for celiac disease. That test did come back positive. That was in 2014. So I went on a gluten-free diet, which is the only treatment for celiac disease at this time. And I did feel a reduction in my symptoms. My mood improved. The pain I was getting in my gut more or less went. My nerve pain cleared up. I did feel a lot better. But then over the last 2 or 3 years, I've noticed my health start to slip again. And I've been getting a lot of reactions to foods. So I wasn't ever really quite sure what it was. But after eating meals, I was getting bloated, I was getting pain, just general discomfort. And I started to feel really tired all the time. Like through the pandemic, when I've been working from home, at lunchtime, I would just take myself off into this room and have a nap. And I would finish work and I would lie down on the sofa and I would have a nap. And I would still get a full night's sleep, maybe sometimes 10 hours of sleep. And I would still feel the need to take naps the next day. I was just exhausted. And my bloating and gut issues were just making me miserable. And it just felt like all food was making me sick. I couldn't enjoy myself. I couldn't go on a night out with my friends or family, go out for a nice meal and have a few drinks. After having a nice meal and a few drinks, I would feel so unwell. I would just be begging my fiance to take me home because I just didn't want to be out anymore. I felt sick. I felt so uncomfortable. I was in pain. I just used to carry basically a pharmacy worth of medication in my bag because there was always something. There was always something that I was feeling unwell, and I just knew that this couldn't be it for me. I shouldn't feel like that. I'm still in my 20s. I should be able to go on a night out without feeling completely miserable at the end of it. And thankfully, I came across Hannah and Han and the Healing Guts and Shaking Butts program. And honestly, as soon as I saw it, I saw Hannah's video, I saw testimonials from previous clients, and I just resonated with these women, the symptoms that they'd gone through, the journeys that they had taken. It just sounded just like me. And I knew I just had to jump at this opportunity. And I am so glad I did. I really enjoyed doing the program. I'm quite used to preparing a lot of my own food. Through having celiac disease, I just learnt to prepare my own food and not rely on things with long ingredient lists. So doing the program on the food side of things didn't feel like too much. It fit into my life very easily. One of the interesting things was just knowing ingredients and foods that I was eating on a regular basis that were potentially contributing to inflammation in my gut. Things that I would never have realised could have been causing me a problem. And following the recipes that Hannah provided us, and through tweaking some things that I'm used to cooking and just making them a bit more gut friendly, I have felt dramatic results. I don't seem to get a reaction from my food. It took a while. It wasn't instant for me. It wasn't like I did the 3-day gut reset and I suddenly was like, I'm healed. It didn't quite work like that after 10 years of struggling with my health. But it was a gradual process and I stuck to it, which I'm really proud of myself for doing. And also bringing in the stress reduction techniques, that side of the program, because of the gut-brain connection, and just I guess I didn't realize quite how much my issues with my gut were linked to my stress. That's been one aspect of the program that has actually quite surprised me. So making sure that I was giving myself the time to relax and to digest my food properly has been incredible. So since doing the program, my skin has healed up. I usually have a chin completely covered in spots, and I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty clear now, which I did not expect. My bloating has pretty much gone entirely. I can just see the natural shape of my stomach for the first time in years. I can wear clothes that I felt really uncomfortable in for the last few years because I just, they would have a press on my gut in the wrong place if I started to bloat, or I just, thought people would see my bloating, and I just was really self-conscious about that. And on top of that, one thing that I didn't actually notice at first, it was actually my fiance who pointed out to me, Kate, do you know you haven't taken a nap in about 6 weeks? And he was completely right. I hadn't. I feel great. I have so much energy. I don't need to sleep during the day. I can get a normal, healthy amount of sleep at night. And I wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, and that lasts the whole way through the day. And it's incredible. I honestly did not expect that from this program. I honestly feel so great. I am so grateful for Hannah and her team for putting together this program and taking me on this journey. I feel really grateful to myself that I invested in it and that I gave myself the time and the space and the effort to stick to this program, see it through. And I mean, my results just, are incredible. And I haven't felt this healthy in a long time. I'm so pleased with my results, and I would say if anybody is watching Hannah's videos or any of the other testimonials from people who've gone through this program, and the symptoms that they had before they started, if that resonates with you, there is a way out, and give it a try. It's worth it, I promise.